Artemis's thoughts. I don't usually like to share these, but maybe keeping them to myself has been more of a detriment than I had thought. Surgery began to remove the obelisk core from Gorloks, the aboleth that had control over the minds of Hesk and I. I know I haven't reacted to it as harshly as Hesk. However, where Hesk sees it as a loss of a connection to change, I see it as change displaying their power. How I won't always be in control, as is their will. This doesn't comfort me. To be aloof to my own situation, even as it's shown to me, I remember it, but I couldn't respond to it. It was traumatizing. Anyway, we successfully removed the core, freeing the aboleth from his disfiguring technologic state. My friends then requested Gorloks to free Hesk and I entirely from his control, to which he freed me because, under his lessened control, I didn't want to kill him. In the moment of being freed, I became aware of myself, as well as his pain and loneliness. He was intrigued by our mission and bestowed upon us one of his spawn, a small octopus-like creature that he called Moop. I immediately wanted to protect Moop, not just because he was cute, but also as an effort to make up for the absolute bloodlust that I had for the octopus we killed earlier. Once there, Hesk gained his full freedom, and needless to say, he wasn't happy about what had happened. He swore revenge on Gorloks, and began a ritual to reconnect to change. Everyone was very concerned about how Hesk was handling the whole ordeal, but no one really asked me about how I felt. Kind of made me feel alone, like Gorloks was. I thought maybe it was my last group that thought I was invisible, but maybe it's just me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jester's Court. I am your Dungeon Master, Casey Reardon, and joining me today, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
Playing Artemis, Alwyn, Moop, Kroft.
Woo!
That was so subtle, I almost didn't catch it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's his middle name. That's fine.
Yeah, that's just her middle name.
Yeah, it's just what their name is.
We have Seth Coveyou.
And I play Barnabus Fletch, the boy wizard wonder.
Nice.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hey, I play Leo, the slam ram. Thank you, ma'am. Get on the floor and jam.
Whoa.
That was energy.
That was so good.
That's the energy we created in the studio.
I really
Oh
need
my
you to take some
God.
levels in Pugilist and just become a luchador.
That would be so great. Oh.
That's what the chairs are for.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
oh, no.
We full circle,
Y'all
guys.
catching
Full
out too
circle.
quick. Shout out to the Quad City.
We have
Ninjas.
Sky Swanson.
Bratha, liquid jello, Hesk.
Oh.
Put that bad boy in the
No,
fridge,
no,
please.
I don't know. I don't want
I would like to
Have
eat the
that
jello.
in the fridge.
We gotta let that set, I guess. What flavor?
Probably green, and
So lime?
you definitely
You mean
don't put that
lime?
in the fridge.
No, green.
No, green,
It's
and you
a
definitely
green
don't got to
flavor.
put that in the fridge because you could just slurp it right up.
Drink it like a hot tea.
It all comes back to slurps.
It all comes back to slurp.
You can slurp it when it's
The
set,
episode
though.
of
It
Full
slurps
Circles.
even more. It makes more noise.
Yeah, it's more of a shkaboink.
I'd say it's more of a schlorp.
Oh my
More of a
god.
Yeah, I
slurp,
think
you're
I'm
right.
with Andrew on this one.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
more of a
schlorp.
I yield my time.
All right. Thank you. We have Jonas Tintenseher.
Oh, that was really good, Casey. Snøfrid Åsbrush, the resourcely horse girl.
Woo!
Very good. Very good. I want to
Simple.
backtrack. Is it correct, though?
I think it could
It's
be more correct.
It's very close. It could be more
Yeah.
correct. You could do better. 95.
95. I'll take a 95.
Wow,
Listen,
that's
still
a really good
an A.
score.
promising. I have champagne in the fridge. I'm going to drink that later.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed
Casey
as
only
well.
I
ever
would
got-
save off. I would save
Casey
off.
only ever got C's in college.
She's getting degrees, man. She's getting degrees.
Yeah, right.
Let's introduce our returning guest, Chris Dane.
Hello, I'm the guy whose voice sounds different today because I, over the past few hours, got sick. But I play Arvoitus.
Yes, the wizard Arvoitus.
The wizard
There's
Arvoitus.
just the one name today.
With the different Voitus. Sorry.
All
That's
right,
all they could
so
put in.
I'm more of a
That's
P
all you
voitus in
get.
myself, maybe a Q voitus.
This reference is lost on me.
I don't know the alphabet either.
Letters are lost on
voitus.
you,
Oh,
Seth.
It's just
T-voitus or
letters. I thought it was
U-voitus.
something deeper to something else.
Nope.
I don't know.
No, my brain.
Arvoitus.
Yeah,
Oh,
thinking I got too many brain cells than I actually got.
Wait.
So
Wait,
Okay.
did you all not just catch Chris laughing straight up like Palpatine over there?
You guys all just finally made your way to dry land after about 2 days underwater. And now Hesk has had the mind control taken away. He has said a prayer to change, and you are all on your way back to Windsail.
And even
To
the DM
bring the
forgets that
letter-
there was more than one of us who was mind control.
Yes, but you were freed earlier.
I know. But still.
I didn't forget.
We also
It's okay.
just
I'm
took it
just
like a
getting into
champ.
character.
no one else.
That's
No
cool.
one
we
else
don't
forget
need a
either. You
recap.
were-
All right,
you were
guys,
just
just
less
do your
upset
thing.
about
It's
it.
fine. It's fine. I don't need to do a
You seem pretty chill with
recap
it.
for all the listening audience who's waited a week for this. We can just interrupt it. You know, let's just pop open that champagne. I'm feeling it, guys.
Rachel did the best possible thing of attacking the DM within 5 minutes. It's gonna be a good session, baby.
Armadillos continuing.
Oh
Hi.
god, so giggly tonight.
So we're walking to Windsail.
Yes,
Yep.
welcome.
You have the note from the sahuagin leader, and you are bringing it back to Duke Hammersmith to hopefully open the city back up to the rest of the world. You get to the gates once again, showing the signet ring that Duke Hammersmith gave to you initially, and you are allowed into the city. The city is yours. Where would you like to go?
I think the immediate thing that we probably want to do is go see the Duke to
Correct.
go claim
I-
our reward.
You
Right?
would think that, but you'd be wrong.
Oh?
Okay.
Because I swear to God, I want these cookies so bad.
Oh my
Never-
god.
There's never been another D&D game where I've wanted something more. And I don't know why that is. I've had great DMs that have given me like beautiful setups with wonderful items and backstories. And right now, all I can think about is these gosh darn cookies. Can I please have them?
Well, shouldn't we go when we have the ability for her to actually go and deliver them, so that way we can two birds, one stone. Hey, you can go and cookies, please.
Yeah, why don't- yeah.
And that makes complete logical sense. And I'm going to refute it with nothing.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Fair.
Let's
Completely
go see
fair.
the Duke. Fine.
Good.
We could send.
Fine, I'll wait another 5
We
minutes.
can send the brave, forward-thinking party members to go see the Duke, and the other scared party members to
No,
go
let's
get the
just
cookies.
all go as a group, just in
I'd
case
like to
the
think that
meeting with the
Barnabas
Duke
We're a
goes
family.
badly.
We'll bring our Voidus.
Yeah,
I'm
we're a
not
family
family.
now. Hesk holding Arvoitus' hand a little too hard as we walk towards the Duke.
It feels clammy.
You're part of the group now forever.
Wouldn't it be dry?
Forever.
Yeah, he's a lizard.
Yeah, he's a lizard.
I'm not a lizard.
No.
I'm a lizard.
Oh, Arvoitus' hand is clammy?
It's a suspiciously specific denial, Chris. Maybe your hand's trying
Yeah, I don't know.
Would the world be better if we were all lizards?
That's
Maybe.
that's a big twist on Arvoitus.
Some people
They're
think they
a
are.
lizard.
Anyway, let's go to the Duke.
Oh my god, Barnabus, you're a lizard in the future.
Oh my God.
All right, so you make your way to the Duke's palace, and walking up to the gates, you see two guards. They recognize you pretty instantly, and they quickly usher you back towards the Duke's private office, where you've been before the first time that you came here after where he took you aside from that party. And he is sitting there. There's a fireplace going behind him. He seems to be reading some sort of ledger. And as you enter, he says, "Ah, yes. You all. Do you
Hello.
are you done?"
Can I roll insight to see if this is a performance for pretending to be busy?
Sure, go ahead and roll insight.
I'm kidding. Let's just go focus up. Sorry. Who's leading this charge?
Yeah, who was given the?
I mean,
who
Hesk
took-
has the note, so
Okay,
I could.
yes.
I
could
said
say
hello.
The most threatening and hostile of us. Last time.
Artemis
Yes.
did say hello though. Hesk takes a step back.
There you go. Here we go.
Hello. Are you done?
Yeah, we well, Hesk, and I gesture to him.
I hand over the note to you.
He kind of reaches for the note and just kind of holds it up a little bit by two fingers, trying to hold on to it as little as possible. And
Still dripping wet. a
yep,
little bit
dripping
there.
wet, still blood on the shark tooth that he pulled out.
Mm.
And he says, okay. He pulls out a couple of white gloves and takes the tooth out that was sealing the note together and opens it and starts reading.
Yeah, so we got the sahuagin to stop attacking, and we also got the kobolds to stop attacking. So can we open the borders now?
Well, this clearly states that you got the sahuagin to stop, but what about the kobolds?
Ah, damn it! I knew this would come
They don't
up.
know how to write, so it's assumed. They put it.
They
Okay.
handle. Don't worry about it. They handle.
Has there
Yeah.
been any kobold attacks since we have left?
No, but no one's left to interact with the kobolds.
Ah, I see. Catch-22.
I mean,
We were able to supply written notice of a far dangerous threat of the sahuagin than the kobolds. I think it's right to assume that we could easily dispatch of such a small, insignificant foe.
Make a persuasion check.
Hell
nice.
I'm so good at those.
Yeah. And they get
Oh,
advantage because Snøfrid said that they're basically illiterate.
Oh, that was a Jonas joke, not a Snøfrid thing.
Okay.
Snøfrid,
Well, do it in Snøfrid's
Snøfrid
voice.
is terrified of the Duke and is probably like by the door. Yeah.
All right.
I think we're
Right.
good. I already rolled it. I got an 18. That makes it a 21, baby.
Nice.
All right,
Nice.
21.
Wait, you actually added stuff to that?
I have a
That's
plus
He has
3
charisma.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hesk is very
paladin.
charismatic.
It's like he's a paladin.
Almost like
It
he's
is
a paladin.
like he's a paladin.
I'm,
It is
I'm
like-
almost a paladin, guys.
All right. So the Duke kind of looks over all of you and sees that you have been definitely through some stuff. And looking back at the note, seeing the shark tooth there, he says, all right, fine. I'll open the city again to the roads as well. But if there's another issue with the kobolds, you know who we're coming for.
The kobolds, the ones that are causing the issue?
He just kind of smiles and says, yes, the kobolds.
I'd like to remind you that I am a minor.
And I'd like to remind you of the age of minors here in Windsail. It just went down.
Oh,
That
they got
sounds
you there.
legally
Is that
dubious.
even-
I'm
Did
sorry,
you have to get a
Barnabas.
mandate for that?
They got you.
You could just do that? There's no legislative?
No, I'm gonna have to talk to the other nobles, but but they listen to me sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. I feel threatened.
So, in all seriousness, as after you gave him the note and he read his way through it as well, you can tell that there was a huge relief that is like physical relief from him as you hand him the note. And he says, right, well, I will make an announcement later today. I just need to write up the speech for it, and we will open up the city as soon as possible.
You have to
Thank
give a
you.
speech to open up the city. You could not just open it up.
I can...
They have to do things on ceremony. Yes.
I suppose I do understand the importance of the
Avoidus,
ceremony.
Duke, Avoidus.
You didn't have to tell him my name.
Well.
I mean, this is my uncle.
Uncle Arvoitus, all right.
Yes,
You
that's
could
me.
call him Unky Arvoita.
If,
Wow.
if my
I'll
good
call
nephew-
him Unky R.
Unky Ar.
Don't call me that. Please stop.
Unky T, then.
What? How did you get a T?
How do you get that?
Weren't we promised some reward as well? Wasn't he going to give us like one of those axes?
The spears.
Try-
Oh, the
Yeah.
spears. Yes.
Trident.
Yes. One
Yes,
moment.
the 2 spears, please.
Guys, for the life of me, I can't remember the last time we talked, did we ask the Duke what they had tried previously to fix this?
No.
Okay.
Because
I've got it in my head now, based on Casey's description, that he was really grasping at straws from the other nobles. It's just like, we've tried nothing and nothing has worked.
I don't know, said a 13-year-old.
I was 16.
He's still 16. You age him down every time.
I feel like I usually default to 13, and I don't know why.
Quick, send that 12-year-old.
It was
I think
12
violence
when we were
against the
underwater,
12-year-old
yeah.
is considered too, like, they're too little, but like 13, they're technically a teenager. It's funny.
All right, Casey, give me that reward, my eternal reward.
Funny when that 13-year-old
cookies?
does violence.
You're a
No,
So-
the Duke thing.
The Duke, he goes over to the door, and there's a servant waiting outside. He whispers something to them, and they leave. He says, "Please, sit. Have some tea." And he snaps his fingers, and a few more servants come in with trays of teas and some small cakes and sandwiches.
Love it.
I like tap Artemis. This is like, you think they have Earl Grey?
Oh.
Yeah, probably. I'd like point out which one is the Earl Grey, I guess.
You can
Yes,
I'm
there
like,
is
oh,
Earl
Oh,
Grey.
yes,
Wow.
that one there, right there. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Leo's
I go drink the entire teapot. Now I'm a rambunctious caffeinated child.
Hesk will probably remain standing and not take in tea or sandwiches or little cakes. He's a bit on edge right now.
Leo's eating everything that Hesk would eat.
What's everyone's passive insight?
Passive insight?
Yeah,
12.
passive
I feel
insight.
like it's not that
12, baby.
14.
Might help if I had my character sheet
great.
up.
That's a 9.
Really gets you thinking.
My passive investigation, though, fantastic.
Well,
My
you're not
passive
investigating
insight-
anything.
My
My
investigation
passive
also
insight-
fantastic, but yeah,
Oh.
no, 12 for that insight.
Really? Mine's 16.
16. All right.
Wise lad.
Snøfrid, what was yours?
It's just 10. I mean, it's not going to...
10. Gotcha.
Base.
Okay. So Artemis and Barnabus.
The rhyming.
Yeah, the rhyming. We're back
There's
to
a
it.
reason.
So you two notice, like, when Duke Hammersmith had that sigh of relief, you get the sense that, not that he's hiding anything or anything like that, but you get the sense that if this issue wasn't solved soon, something might have happened. You don't know what, but whatever it is has been avoided.
Oh.
And he motions for you all to sit, and some of you partake. Hesk, you're just kind of standing, and he sits back down in his chair and sort of places the ledger on the coffee table beside him, pulls up a glass of tea as well, and says, "So, what exactly are you planning on using this weapon for?"
I look at Snøfrid.
So, back of the room, just like nervously
He
clapping.
is also looking at
Yeah.
Snøfrid.
Nothing. It goes to the watchful eye to be studied.
I see.
Arvoitus kind of exaggeratedly sighs at the mention of the watchful eye.
I have been inquiring about you, Snøfrid. It seems that you are just fresh off the boat here in Windsail.
Yes, this is my first mission by myself.
Indeed.
And she's doing a great job. And I go over and I stand near Snøfrid as kind of like a moral support.
Thank you, Barnabus. Yes, I was sort of half conscripted a year and a half ago or so, and I rose quickly through the ranks, I suppose.
And are you planning on staying in Windsail?
Windsail specifically, maybe not so much. Although, I mean, yes, my mission is here, so I will be keeping it safe with me until it can be delivered back to Spear to study.
So you're planning on going elsewhere here in Varlumis?
Yeah. My mission is to investigate the strange occurrences that have been happening here and the demilitarization of the locals.
Yes, well, I think that it's probably best for you to know that the rest of Varlumis is not quite as on board with this demilitarization that the Queen is doing as we are here in Windsail, so you might find some resistance. Curious that they would send you here for that purpose, being your first mission and all.
You know, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. Why would they send me here on my first mission?
Because you're a capable person.
I mean,
and
I'm good with technology, but I am not a good.
no, you're selling
investigator.
yourself short. You're a regular crime fighter.
Okay, yeah.
You're a vigilante.
Snøfrid of Åsbrush, the regular crime fighter.
Well, within the realm of the law.
I should put on a mask and become like one of those super vigilant. I could be the water bear.
Snøfrid.
The water bear.
Okay, it's a dope title, but maybe not in front of the Duke.
Oh, yes. No, I didn't mean any. I'm sorry. I'm using humor to deflect my nervousness. You're very scary. I mean, you're not scary. I'm going to stop talking.
Okay. All right. Artemis, did you have anything?
What a joke, that one.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was that my name that was said?
Just pass the ball. Artemis, I just picture Artemis like looking back and forth while kind of a foreboding speech happening from the mayor to Snøfrid.
Yeah, you kind of pass that ball to her, and she hard fumbles it, and she's like, what? Snøfrid,
Just a curiosity is all, and he sips his tea.
I think that's a fair point to ask, and if Snøfrid, if you haven't asked it yourself, I think that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, no, I do appreciate it being asked. The Inquisitor who gave me this task, he is a Goliath named Marak, and things became so hectic. I have not seen him since I arrived here, so perhaps that would be. You don't need to know any of that. I'm just sort of talking through my thoughts. Okay, yeah, no, that's a good question. I mean, I'm not going to cause any trouble for you. I'm very against trouble. Could someone else take over? I feel like I've talked myself into a deep hole.
Where is the spear? Who wants to leave? We grow tired of these political quandaries that you throw at us.
It's on its way here. Give it a minute. And as he says that, the doors open and a servant enters holding this large burlap cloth that is wrapped around something.
Okay.
And the servant hands it over to the Duke, who unravels it a little bit, showing that it's the spear, and then wraps it back up. And he says, I think it goes without saying that this should not be seen in the city.
You got it.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Very
Cool.
well.
All right, we'll see you later.
And he hands it over to you, Snøfrid.
Good talk.
I quickly unwrap to check that it is what it is.
Yep.
And the box is intact.
Yeah, the box is intact. It hasn't been tampered with.
And I put it away.
Very cool.
Okay.
All right. Now that we've done our first objective of the campaign, on to our second objective.
Ooh.
Cookies.
Yeah, cookies.
This actually, no, this is the second objective. Cookies were the first
That is
objective.
true.
Cookies did come first.
You're finally seeing it my way.
The first main objective.
Still
You're
cookies.
a guest,
Still cookies.
and you got to say over and out.
I'm sorry.
Roger.
Roger.
Oh my god.
Real quick before we completely close this, I guess out of character, I kind of want to notice something about the Duke being relieved about the whole thing, but I don't really know what to.
The Duke wants you to notice him too. Notice me, Artemis.
I feel so alone.
I just don't know what to even.
I mean, you could just be direct and just simply ask him what would have happened if we couldn't have dealt with this problem.
Yeah, do you want to roll insight or something?
I guess, yeah, that sounds like a smart move to roll.
Or I
instead.
bet-
I'm like Artemis isn't super direct.
If you lean over and whisper something to Leo, I bet he'll just shout it out.
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably true.
That's
Track
exactly
record,
true.
Just like she just
Just as
leans
we're
over.
leaving, just like, so what do you think would have happened? Hey, Duke!
do you notice that the Duke seemed a little bit relieved about?
Oh, sorry. Oh man, that's good stew.
There was no stew.
What now?
Where did
It was
you
all
get
tea.
stew?
First, I'm gonna roll.
There were
First,
tea
I'm
and
gonna,
cakes and sandwiches.
I'd like to roll an insight on Leo's stew.
Leo, you're not getting an infinite bag of stew.
I'm rolling insight on the Duke, by the way.
He poured all the tea into one bowl and started lapping it.
He just put sandwiches in the tea.
Honestly, that's not out of the realm of possibilities. That's definitely the canon. It's his stew. It's not a stew. It's what he knows as stew.
Smacks that out of your hands.
It's a protein that's tenderized by a hot liquid for an extended amount of time. You say what a stew is.
You're a goddamn animal.
You're right. He's a goat.
So I got a 22 on that insight check.
On your insight? I mean, you're not going to get much more from an active insight because you don't know, like, the situation that he's in at all.
Gotcha.
You know that you can tell, like, sort of, you're reading his body language as he is relieved because what this news that he just got from you guys helps him in some way.
Okay.
What if you like try to take a sneak peek at that ledger that he was going over?
I'm not really the stealthiest. I am
Could just
sitting
be
next
while
to a
we're
stealth.
while we're exiting and we're all still saying our goodbyes to the Duke and whatnot. So that
That's
could be
fair. That's a fair thing. I could do that with this thing that I now
I go in
have.
for a big hug.
I was
a
gonna-
good
I was gonna
15
say
second
Hess has
hug.
some 15-second hug. That's all.
Guys, get this
Hess
boy off of me.
That's peels Barnabus off of him eventually.
I guess.
Just go for it.
Sure, I'll go for it. Whatever.
Worst that happens, you're looking at a book.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Not
newfound
touching
ability to make decisions. Yeah, sure. Can I try and get a sneak peek at that?
Are you trying to... It is a closed ledger at this
It's a
point. Are you trying to
closed
get a
ledger.
look at the cover of it, or are you trying to open it and peek inside of it?
How's the room look? Is everyone distracted?
It is next to him on the end table that is next
All
to
right,
his chair.
we need to be more direct. Sure. I guess as we're saying goodbye, maybe she would go up to him and be like, she would probably say something like, I really hope that having the gates open and all of this will be helpful to you. Will it?
Yes, of course it will. It will reopen trade with the rest of Varlumis, with the rest of the world.
That's fair. And I hope it will also be less stressful to you directly.
Yes, people in the city tend to get antsy when they can't go anywhere. Not that they ever do.
That's very true.
People like the nobles.
He looks at you, Barnabus, and says, they are people too.
Wait, hold on. I didn't stress that they weren't people. I was just like, maybe an example.
Like those gross, awful nobles.
The rich aren't really people.
Yeah,
Eat
no, they're
them.
not. Could eat the rich.
Not cannibalism.
Speaking of eating, cookies.
Yeah, cookies sound good.
Damn.
guy-
I'm sorry, I'm
guy plays it
trying, but
close.
Artemis is just not very direct like that.
No,
so
this was, he was hard to read.
it's hard to read. It's fine. All right. Cool.
Duke, good
Cool.
seeing you. Don't ask your cooks what you're supposed to have for dinner tonight. Have a good one. And
We
Leo's
already
gonna
did our
walk out.
Batman thing.
What?
What does that mean?
He ate the stew.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, where are we going to try and get these cookies?
The loosened buckle.
Loosen
The
buckle.
loosened
buckle,
buckle.
baby.
I
Times
love the
being
loosened
round
buckle.
ago.
The smells, the sounds. Outside this familiar tavern is a new sign hanging over the sandwich board from the last time that you were here. This new sign reads, "Come try our brand new cocktrees pot pie."
Ooh, gonna get one of those, baby.
As you open the doors, inside you see the usual hustle and bustle of the lunch rush. Hot plates of delicious smelling foods are swiftly being brought from table to table by servers who are now, for some inexplicable reason, on rollerblades.
Nice.
This place gets better and better
Solid
every
upgrade.
time.
It really does.
Several of these servers fall on their faces, but
Perfect.
as
Oh my
they
God.
do so, the food leaps out of their hand and flies right in front of the person who ordered it
Oh.
every time.
Solid.
So it's like slapstick wizardry a la Sonic. I don't
Oh,
know.
I love it. It's so great.
yes.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible.
Just gotta love this place. This is the best.
Oh,
I've never been here. I don't know what this is.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
You will enjoy the goblin fries. We'll get you goblin fries.
I don't
This has never
think I
been the
need
same.
goblin fries.
Oh,
They
you
also
need
have a
goblin
good Reuben.
fries. Come on, come on.
You need some goblin fries in
How about some buttered noodles and a lemonade?
No.
I don't really need food.
Something from the kiddie menu, maybe? Chicken nuggies?
Let's just get a seat.
Is she here? Is she at the bar?
Yeah, no surprise. Christina Santos is sitting at the bar.
Perfect.
Now with a different hat on than you have seen before.
A larger
Now
hat.
she's wearing a sailor hat.
How much does that hold?
Like
for
Scoops
alcohol?
Ahoy?
No, this is called the salty sailor.
Oh.
It's a salty dog and a sailor hat.
Is the brim of the hat salt rimmed, so she's got to take it off every now and then, lick it, and then put it back
No,
on?
it's not salt rimmed.
I think we can talk to who runs the Lucy
She's-
Buckle again?
Lucy
Her
Buckle.
name is Lucy Buckle.
How could you forget?
Lucy Buckle, yes.
It's the simplest
Well,
thing
Lucy
in the
Buckle.
world.
It's in the name.
You know what your
I know.
hashtag girl boss?
I know.
Lucy Buckle.
I'm a big fan.
Be a girl boss like Lucy Buckle.
It's so bad.
She's like
Heck yeah.
constantly trying to reinvent the restaurant. So
Yeah.
kudos.
It's worked, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
No,
place is
she's very
bustling.
successful.
She invented roller skates.
She
yes.
invented roller skates just for this. All right, sorry.
So I guess we go over to Christina.
Yeah, you head over to Christina, take a seat next to her. It takes her a second to register that you're there. And then she's like, oh, good. Hello.
Hey, long time no see. How you
Yes.
doing, lady?
Long time no see indeed. This hat does not have a straw, so she has to take it off her head and she tips it up to drink it and puts it back
And
up.
it's not salt rimmed. Anyway.
No, it is not salt rimmed.
Yeah,
A
they
salty
gotta-
dog does not have a salt rim.
You got to workshop that more. I don't
Oh.
know.
Wait, can we invent it for them and make a ton of money? Can we sell them? Can we Shark Tank them?
I mean, you'd have to go to Lucy Buckle for that.
This town's not really good with sharks.
Let's ignore the shining spire and the end of the world and a new god coming to
Chaos,
the end.
yeah.
Let's go Shark
Yeah.
Tank, Lucy Buckle.
Those don't sound like us problems. I don't know about
Let's
you.
try capitalism. You want to try capitalism?
I didn't realize we were starting a rogue trader campaign.
Capitalism,
Everybody.
ho!
Welcome everybody to the new campaign, Power in the Money.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Do you have the cookies ready
I was
yet?
waiting for that one.
Yes, I do have the cookies. And she pulls out a dozen cookies for you all.
Hey.
My
These are
God.
not for you, Arvoitus. And
I take one. I put it in my face immediately.
I would like to make a perception check on this cookie.
I don't.
Perception check on the cookie?
Perception-
What does it
I
look
wanna-
like?
I want to see every iota of this cookie.
I want
Oh.
to make a tasty check on this cookie.
Okay,
Yum,
well-
num, num, yum.
We'll do the
And
looks
num-nums
first,
check.
and then I will tell you what happens when you eat the cookie.
Oh.
So it looks like a basic chocolate chip cookie. It's got a little bit of like crunch on the outside and super gooey on the inside as
Oh
you
my
bite into it.
God.
Barnabus, it's still warm even though it didn't just come out of the oven. You can just feel the chocolate melting into your mouth, and it really makes you want some milk, but it doesn't need it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And
It's already wet?
it's already wet.
Oh my God.
Christina Santos cookies. It's already wet.
Those need to go back in the oven. Those are just not baked. It's just a circle of dough.
No, it's different.
Famous
It's
pre-wet
different.
cookie.
But what it would do, Seth, if you had any of these issues, it would heal 2d8 plus 2 hit points, and it would
Whoa.
cure you of any disease or poison.
Wow.
Those are crazy cookies.
Those are
Those are-
strong
That's
cookies.
And now you have
Damn.
11 of them.
I looked to the bag and I look for the expiration
Yeah,
date
what's the
on
shelf
the
life
cookies.
of these?
Yeah, what's the shelf life on these? Because we probably go a month after that, but like,
Yeah.
you know, just to be safe.
They don't have a shelf life. I don't put them on a shelf. They're
They
not
don't go
alive
stale?
either.
They're made from spirit stones, so they're only alive as long as you keep them under running water. That's why they're wet.
That's why they're wet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
my-
they're pretty wet.
I'm just worried
It's
about
running
mold,
milk now.
really.
Running.
So we just gotta
Where
get
do you get running milk, Casey?
Put the cookies in the milk.
You have to
bottle
pour
that
it
you
over.
pour?
Okay, and then you're out of the bottle of milk.
So we get another bottle of milk.
You just pour it
Just
from
get a
one cup
fountain and
into
fill
another
it with
cup.
milk.
Sarah's a very ergonomic way.
No. I am stopping the episode in its tracks right now. Are you telling me?
It's almost like we don't have two technologically minded people in the party that can build a simple
You want me to
intake and
build a milk
outtake
loop?
valve.
You want me to
Wow,
build a
this is
miniaturized milk ring world?
Did I
Just
say
store
it?
your
The
cookies?
rails.
Did you guys see that movie with Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt? I think it was Milk Looper.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Guys, what is happening?
Shut the hell up! I can't breathe.
Okay.
We have the cookies. What's our next move?
Yes.
Oh, well, of course you need to recount the tale of how you reopened the city.
Have we done that yet?
Why do we have to tell her?
The Duke is going to give a speech.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but he's going to say that it's open. He's not going to say, yes, the beautiful heroes fought their way down into the depths of the ocean to slay the evil beast and made their way across the continent and fought off the kobolds.
Yeah.
I've been out of the
I think you got it
reporter
mostly
game
right.
for a
That's
little
like
while.
pretty good. That's right on the money.
Well, yes, but I need to-
Wait. We're all glazing over the fact that she said evil beast. Well, it
Yeah.
should have been plural evil beast because of the sahuagin.
Yes, these are the details I need.
Yeah,
Please,
technically the
just
beast
humor
was
an old
super
reporter.
evil. I want to hold up Moop.
But but he was, and that's the problem. But she knew that there was one. How did you know there was only one?
I'm just taking guess.
I just pat Arvoitus repeatedly on the shoulders, lean down and go, she's just like drunk, okay? It's
She's
not
insane. Okay, yeah.
no.
I'm a
just-
top-notch reporter. I can do this all day. She takes off the hat and just one big gulp finishes it off.
She's not evil, I promise. Just drunk.
Okay, I believe you. I do.
Yeah, we're in no rush, right? Let's spend the evening whiling away the story with Christina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Tell her the
You
whole
should.
tale.
Yes, this calls for some drinks. More drinks.
I slap
What
the
would you
bar
like?
and say, Shirley Temple, please.
My boy going up in the world.
Not a boy. A man.
A man.
I think I
The
see some
man
chest
wizard
hair
Like
on
wonder.
a
your-
young man. Like a very young man.
I'll
Okay.
just have a water, please.
Come on, live a little, have a Shirley. Come on.
No, I couldn't.
Surely you can have a Shirley.
Hesk is actually going to stand up and get out of. I assume we're in a booth with her and everyone.
You're at the bar right now.
Okay, he gets up and he's.
You'll have to excuse me. I wish to go and wash off the seawater now. I will be excusing myself for the next little while.
He looks to you, Artemis.
This is Artemis. If you would like to join me, I would enjoy discussing faith and recent events with you. Plus, I'm sure your new companion would enjoy the hot water.
Correct. Sure.
Hesk will bow to everybody else, and if Artemis is ready to go, then they head out and do that, and you guys can keep the scene going here, and whenever you want to cut to us, we're gonna head off to probably like a public bath or something like that, whatever they have in Windsail, of the equivalent.
Yeah,
I'll save those
there's
crazy
definitely a
kids to
public bath.
Yeah. Okay,
Just
cool.
in case.
Yeah, you can just go to the milk showers.
Okay, all right, so you say
No.
that,
We're
but
not
I
in
got-
Magic's Forest yet, all right?
I
The milk baths are
remember I was
later.
like,
All right, I'm holding you to that.
it had like some
Magic
sort of
Force.
romantic notion attached. And I was like confused by
No,
No.
no.
It's just a public bath.
Yeah, just a
Two
public
friends
Sweet friends.
platonically bathing
Chilling
together.
in a bathtub.
Hesk is a large zealot lizard man. If you think that's on his mind, you got another thing coming.
You get your Shirley Temple.
So let me tell you about how much the water sucks.
Oh yes, please, in detail.
So I'm not a big water guy. I'm from the desert, it's not bad.
If you're not a
I like
water
to
guy,
sing.
listen, we can both do these salty sailors.
Hey, you know what? I think I need a salty sailor.
2 salty sailors.
Anyone else? Anyone? Arvoitus, I know you want a salty sailor.
I
Come
don't
on.
want a salty sailor.
You don't want when you
about
need a
Arvoitus.
salty sailor. Another salty sailor, please.
I'm not paying for it.
No, this is on me.
Oh, it's on her. I'll have another for me, too.
Oh boy.
I'd like to
Constitution check.
just as we whatever we recount, I just want to, as the obelisks come up, I will steer us away from getting into the nature of what they are and what's connected. Not that I don't trust Christina, but I just don't want that to, in a public place, get that out.
Yeah, of course.
That's fair.
So it's like we can say like there was a big machine and they were dealing with the machine, but just not like that it was sentient and connected to something else.
Wow.
Oh, has the obelisk core been acting up in Snøfrid's bag anymore?
Thank you. I was thinking about this whole time and then I got distracted by the fucking milk tangent. Yeah, what's up with
Snøfrid is
that?
actually just incredibly pale and just is coughing and wheezing the whole time.
I have like this entire mechanical like armor that's been building up over me and no one's noticed.
You're just a robot horse
Yeah.
at this point.
So what you notice, just with passive, you can see that the light from the core is still kind of, you can see it glowing from inside the bag.
Okay.
But other than that,
Splendid.
We should probably handle that soon.
Yeah, probably get that power source.
So it's,
That's nothing. It's just a glow stick I cracked last night. It's just still going. Wow.
Oh no, the core is dead.
Snøfrid's not going to drink anything, and I assume our voice isn't either, so we can attend to that after Hesk and Artemis.
yep, we'll jump
Yeah.
over to Hesk and Artemis.
Okay. I imagine that we're still making our way there. You guys are accounting, the scene shifts from you guys accounting, and we're walking through the busy streets of Windsail. And Hess will look over to you, Artemis, and say, I'm glad that you have decided to join me.
Yeah.
We have been through a lot in the last couple of hours, and I feel I would like to discuss it with you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry that this whole thing was so hard on you.
It is a strange thing to my people. It is a taboo that knows no real limits. It is the ultimate sin, as I stated as we walked away from that beach. And I am trying to hold my anger from our new companion.
Well, I mean, I guess I never really thought about mind control, at least in the eyes of change before.
Mhm.
But
For us, it is just simply that stealing away of free will. Change can happen only when it is your choice.
And he stops and points to you now.
You can only be the arbiter of it.
And he turns back and he continues walking. I assume that we're basically there at this point.
well, I mean, I guess I never really thought of it that way. I more so thought, at least this whole thing is kind of, change can come in many ways, be it, in your control or not in your control. And this whole thing just kind of felt like, well, I mean,
Do you mean the ideal that anything and all actions that happened is that of change in their will?
yeah, I mean, if that's how change displays their power, right? I won't always be in control of the change.
As sort of scratches at his chin, pondering that thought as we head inside. And he just sort of chuckles and he's,
A discussion to be continued. I will meet you in the bath.
For sure.
I assume there's a male and female and maybe a non-binary changing room as well, depending on how progressive this city is.
There's
progressive.
men, women, NBs, and also lizards, unfortunately.
And for some reason, there's a big bag endgame. I don't know why.
Don't want to go in there yet.
Yeah, we go get changed and meet up back, and I assume it's like it's kind of like a Roman, like a huge couple of large tubs that you could just sit in. It's completely mixed bath in there.
That's a pretty good description. The one thing I will note with that is everything is as obscured as you pretty much want it to be. there is steam that just sort of vents out of different ventilation shafts, essentially, that shoots out, warming everything. You can see every once in a while, perhaps a steam mephit making their way from bath to bath, heating everything up. You see maybe a few fire mephits in the pools themselves, boiling up the water.
Oh,
Whoa, that's awesome.
that's magical.
That is cool. I really like that. Okay. So Hesk meets Artemis again. Maybe when you come out, you see Hesk is already like down in one of the tubs, his arms like stretched out along the porcelain sides. And I think you would be probably the first person to ever see this, even when I was camping or sleeping with everybody else, because Hesk is completely shirtless now, is this enormous black scar that, and if people know what it looks like when a lightning bolt hits someone, it creates these crazy sporadic scarring across their chest, and it's that, and it's completely black, and it covers basically from his neck down across his chest and slightly up along the back of his neck as well.
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha. When
totally
she sees
forgot
that,
about that. Yeah.
when she sees that, she's probably like kind of like taken back for like a minute, like, wow, that's interesting. Not necessarily in like a negative or like, oh God, what happened to that man? Like
yeah.
Oh,
It's like, oh, that's the neat feature.
that's different. Yeah.
I also imagine that half of the, like, anybody who is sitting there next to him has now moved. Because he's just a large, scary lizard man. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people tend to try and... The bats are big enough to the point where everyone can kind of have their own sort of area. And I figure Hesk just kind of finds the area he wants regardless of who's there, and they just kind of leave.
Cool.
So it's not like a hot tub at a hotel. Like,
No.
No.
If people at home and people, if you look up like old Roman baths, public baths, they were like these huge water chambers that, like multiple people could. So you would think like Game of Thrones, any of like the public bath like scenes and stuff
Gotcha.
like that.
gotcha.
It'll be
Cool,
something
cool.
like that. And Hesk is like kind of washing off the seawater right now. He's happy to be back in this fresh water.
Yeah,
You can see Moop kind of swimming around in the pool as well.
Moop's
Yeah, that's great. So Hesk will wave you over happily.
Yeah, I'll join you.
I forget where we were before we entered the bath, but these things are quite pleasant. Where I come from, we have hot springs like this, but if you spend too long in them, you will, your flesh will burn and it will not be a pretty sight later.
Oh.
It is, very hard where I come from, and these things are nice.
Yeah, no, where I come from, it's more like there's little oases here and there, and they're kind of just like cooling. Because I'm from the desert, so it's really hot always.
As am I. My people are nomads. And I
Oh.
believe we have picked up in conversation that yours are as well.
Well, not full nomads. I wouldn't say more like refugees, I guess, is what my family would be, at least at one point. But
That I can understand. My people as well were refugees at one point in their lives. It is a difficult thing, but have faith, and your people will rise above and become stronger than they are now.
I mean, they definitely did to some extent. We just kind of live out in this small little, very pretty place out in the deserts of Ederland. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever. But anyway, yeah. No, I think we were talking about just this whole experience. I guess I feel sorry that I am not as upset as you are, because I feel like you've made a solid point.
Artemis, your emotions are your own. And that is part of the point that I was making. These feelings, this faith, this power within you, it is your own. So whether you feel for it or feel against it is yours and yours alone.
Yeah, that's fair. And as like she's like listening, she's kind of playing with her little star map necklace.
No, actually, that's a great segue, and Hesk will point
You're
to
welcome.
it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hear a segue? I'm sorry.
They're so quiet. They're electric.
Hesk will point to that now.
He says, "You express your faith through the stars, yes, your people and you?
Yes.
That have changed. It's an interesting notion. But I do wonder, though, and I wondered this while we were down below. So deep under the water, the stars must have felt very distant, as you could not gaze upon them as you slumbered."
Oh, well, actually, it's not as big as a problem as you'd think.
Really?
Yeah, and then I would like to use the star map, which, as it's a crystal, I'm going to use, God, how do you say it? Thaumaturgy?
Yep.
You nailed
There
it.
it is. To make my eyes glow, just enough to the point where it actually creates a basically star map projection.
Oh,
around
that's so
it.
cool. Oh, I love it.
And she kind of holds it up in front of her face, and she's like, "So I'm never really too far from what I need to go where I need to go. That's why I keep this close."
Hesk staring up at it in Draconic, you just hear him go, "Kraki," which I don't think you speak Draconic.
I do not, but
Yeah,
you can tell whatever everyone
I'll
else
just tell her
thinks.
it means divine.
Mm-hmm.
As
said-
he gazes upon it, and his eyes are like slightly glittering in that starlight right there.
You said crikey? Is that what you said?
I said Crocky.
It's a crocodile.
No, I said
right?
Kraki. And yes, I do realize now that sounds like
Crikey, mate.
Crikey.
Right, we're gonna
That's
have, we're
what
gonna have an
Elvis
Australian
said,
Draconic speaker now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you say that, and then down the way is crikey, a bath and a planetarium.
She would finish by saying, not a lot of people actually have one of these, and I was very fortunate to get one at the beginning of my journey into being a druid. So, yeah, I don't know. I I'm able to kind of keep it close no matter where I am, underground, under the sea.
That is good.
Yeah,
I enjoy this. This is a fascinating object you have here.
yeah.
And now one final thing I must ask you, Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft.
And the little octopus, I imagine it's on the other side of the pool, and it kind of gazes towards it. He goes,
Will you help me kill that thing one day?
Kill it.
Not your new friend. Your new friend is cute. But that monster that lurked below.
I don't know if I can promise that, only because I feel like it's misunderstood.
Hesk nods. I think there is a slight look of disappointment on his face, but he
That's
nods.
fair.
Your decisions are your own. And I respect that.
If there's one thing that I took away from having a connection to it, is that it felt lonely, and it felt like it made decisions based on its situation, not necessarily because it wanted to.
I think that would be a good way to sort of end the scene right there. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the steam rises up, and
And Moop swims through it.
Moop swims by.
yeah. That's good. And they say Hesk's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh no, it definitely did not.
Oh no.
And then he had a heart attack. And you can't do that.
We cut back to the loosened buckle. I picture Leo and Christina just kind of singing
Just
together.
leaning on each other,
Yeah.
just singing karaoke. There's no karaoke like machine
No.
or like backing band or anything. Just they're on stage just singing music together.
Paradise
That's
by the
okay.
dashboard
At some
light.
point, one of them finished their salty sailor and were like, "Get me another one." And I just handed them the one they ordered for me.
Oh, where did that come from?
Thank you.
Magic. What can I say?
But yeah, you guys finish up recounting the tale of how you opened up the city to Christina. Is there anything you want to do after that?
I'm going to take my new core to the cave out in the wild secret cave.
Oh whoa.
Okay.
I'd like to invite Arvoitus, and certainly Leo and Barnabas are welcome to come if they feel up to it after, because I'm leaving the same night. I'm not gonna wait around on it too long. So
Snøfrid, I would like nothing more.
Would you have told Artemis and Hesk that you were going to head that direction?
it would have.
There wouldn't have been a chance. We were over at the baths. And
No,
Well,
it was
before you left.
Yeah, no, it was part of the plan before we got to the city.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, that is true. I think that Barnabas is instead going to try and meet up with his mentor, Aurelia.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But like while Leo is hiccuping and like agreeing to go, I just want to look at my Shirley Tim and be like, I don't think there's any alcohol in this.
But that's the point.
What? I thought these were...
I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh, really funny. Okay.
All right. So we'll do Barnabus first with Aurelia. So, Barnabus, you make your way back to the Library of Windsail, and you make your way to the 3rd floor, which was records.
Right.
And that's where Aurelia has been pretty much the entire time that you've been out and about. You see her kind of walking from shelf to shelf, and she sees you and she says, "Oh, yes, Barnabus, I've been looking everywhere for you. Here, take these." And she hands you like a stack of books.
And I like kind of under the weight, just gonna buckle, and I follow.
You walk with her to another desk. She grabs a couple books on the way and places them down on the desk and starts writing.
I take a peek at what's on the binding. What are the titles of these books?
So these are records. The entire time that you've been here in Windsail, you've been essentially trying to track down more potential wizards. Mm-hmm. She has been kind of stuck here since everything closed down, so she's been able to get a little bit more in depth of the comings of and goings of people. Basically, you have gone to other places and heard tales of magic happening and then those people leaving. She's trying to track them down so she can find them and teach them.
Right.
So you see like ledgers of different places saying like, okay, these are the people who came in from here and these are the people that are going here. So you see titles of cities in Spear, cities in Eterland, and cities here in Barlumis.
Okay. And has she got some sort of board up like with a map of Barlumis or the continents really and just trying to like red pin it out and see like where the hot spots are?
So rather than having a big board of that, she kind of has a journal where she keeps track of everything. And she's you see that there are names of people and then arrows of what cities they have gone to. So she's trying to keep track of that. And there's also separate pages that are lists of magical events that happen.
Do you think it would be practical if Barnabas wanted to kind of graph this out and see if there was anything else to glean from that information? Like where?
Absolutely, yeah.
Where in the world these people tend to go or come from?
Yeah, you can definitely start doing that. I'd say you have a copy of her list. Her list might be a little bit more expansive at this point since you've been gone for a couple days. But you could definitely start doing that.
Okay. Would you like me to roll anything for that?
You can just roll straight intelligence, I think, with proficiency.
Decent roll. So that's a 23, right?
Yep, 23. Awesome.
Good stuff.
So you pretty quickly get back into this rhythm, because this is a rhythm that you and Aurelia have had for a while, and it doesn't take you very long to get back into that. And as you're working, making these connections with Aurelia sitting next to you, you kind of are just sitting in silence until finally she says, "So, where have you been, boy wizard wonder?"
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're calling me that. That's crazy. Did you come up with this nickname?
Atrix told me. I'm sorry, Barnabas. I just had to tell someone.
I shoot Atrix a look like trust violated. Well, I've kind of been. I feel like I've been all over the place. I mean, we met with kobolds, and I was blown away by just how different they were from our perception. Honestly, I was expecting barbarians, but they weren't.
It's very nice to be able to travel the world and have these experiences rather than just reading everything in a book.
I like, yeah, I mean, you're right, but I do like the books. I feel safer.
She stops what she's doing at this point. This entire conversation, she's still been writing, just kind of talking with you. And as you say that, she pauses for a moment and looks at you. And she takes a moment just kind of staring into your eyes for a second. like she's looking for something.
My eyes get bigger, and I get more nervous from prolonged eye contact.
What is your goal, Barnabus, in learning magic?
Goal? I'm academic. I mean, I don't want to hurt. I just don't want to hurt people. No.
She places a hand on your shoulder and says, "That's a noble goal. There are a surprising number of people who have the capacity for magic. It's springing up more often now. I don't know if you've noticed it, but that's why we've been so busy looking for these people. And unfortunately, there's also a surprising number of people with that capacity who don't think of this as such a noble profession. And I'm struggling to keep up. It would be wonderful to have someone else out there teaching."
Yeah, I mean, we've been looking so hard. I feel like we would have come across someone else.
She chuckles and shakes her head. "Barnabus, I'm talking about you."
What?
"You've been traveling with me for a few years now. You clearly have been able to go out on your own. You've been to a kobold encampment, you just said, and learned so much. Maybe it's time that we split ways and you can help others. You can learn more. We can learn more by separating."
Oh, I think it's just like a sinking feeling in my stomach because, I mean, it's such a wonderful thing for your mentor to say that you've surpassed the need for them, but it's also, this has been my companion, obviously not for like the whole campaign that we've had, you know, this window into all of our lives, but before that, I mean, this is who he's been with for, I want to say like 6-7 years. So I think I just kind of shrink and I look at the ground, but then I raise my head. I think you're right. And I've got just the group.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Barnabus. And you'll always have Atrix with you as well?
Yeah, about that. Maybe if he doesn't blab everyone about the boy was his wonder thing.
I'm sorry, Barnabus. I just had to tell her.
You can be sorry in 5 minutes when I'm done being mad. Do we learn anything else whilst researching any?
Yes. So essentially, you find out that there are a couple of events that you've been following, and you have pinned it down to essentially 3 different people. Each one you can have kind of narrowed down to probably where they are at this point, since everything's shut down here in Windsail. In Caldore, back in Spear, you have Winry Rocksteady, a half-elf female. In Eacherland, in Belmore, you have Tranklin Grever, the human. And in Vorlumis, you have Thran Mon, the lizard folk. In Followholm, it is north of Teloria, the capital.
The edge of the magic's forest.
Yeah,
correct.
Okay.
That must be where the milk goes.
Oh my god.
So there's 3 of them. Does Aurelia want to split it in some way, or are these my 3 now that I have that are charged to me?
We'll say that those are your 3.
This is good. And we just continue to research each other's company with like I don't know, like knowing feeling between us of like mutual respect.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Lovely. You start writing in your ledgers, keeping track, trying to find more people for Aurelia to go out and find after you go find your 3. And it's pleasant. It feels like home. It feels like when you come back from like a weekend vacation, you sit back down home comfortable, and you know that it's about time to get back to work. Once you head back out and meet back up with your group, it's time for you to head out on your own. And that is where we will end the session.
Oh.
Heavy one.
Too cute.
That was good. I really like that. That was a fun one. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Well, before we say goodnight, we have to... It's like...
tuck them in.
Yeah.
I like that we still didn't manage to get rid of Chris.
Wow.
Oh, God
Wow.
damn it, you're right.
You're out for another week, baby.
Another one.
Oh, we're keeping him on as long as we can, getting
My
our money's
contract
worth.
keeps extending.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You know how
I'm
much
sorry,
overtime Chris has racked up now? It's insane.
I'm
If you
sad
want to donate,
now.
send
I
me
don't know.
money.
Well, I don't know why we agreed to triple pay. It's insane.
Well, listen, it was the only way to keep him on, and
Exactly. He's a
consistency.
busy man. Busy man.
He threatened to
busy
walk
man.
every session. It was crazy.
True.
I won't even get started about the things he'd say behind the camera. Ooh.
Are you telling me Chris was getting triple milk rations?
Shut up about the milk. What is up with you about the milk?
Man,
Does
he's
anyone have anything
I'm
milk
gonna
or
reach
non-milk
across this
related to
table and
plug?
Throttle you.
I've got
Sure.
a message from the American Dairy Federation. No, I'm kidding.
I've got plenty of non-milk things to plug, like my YouTube and my SoundCloud, both at Dane Studios, where you can check out all my radio dramas and all that stuff, including a new one that just came out, The Bishop's Wife, starring some of the lovely people from this podcast.
Woo!
You could also check me out on TikTok and Instagram at Super Chris Kent.
Hey, there you go. I would like to do a shout out to my buddy Alec, who has a TikTok, which is at Alec_Loch Ness Monster. That's at ALEC_LOCHNESSMONSTER. Shout them out because one, it's a fantastic TikTok, and two, they were immensely helpful in me planning the Monster of the Week 2-shot that we did there. Definitely could not have done it without them. So props to you, Alec.
Aw.
I'd like to go ahead and plug one of our followers on Instagram who's been messaging us, Wild Shape Society. Go check them out. They have a lot of cool little D&D things on their page every once in a while. Some homebrew stuff as well. So they got some memes too. So check them out.
Nice.
Memes are always good.
I'll do my shout out. You know what to do. Follow me on twitch.tv/Majora's Rose. And if you feel like checking out my personal stuff, it's at Rachel Kordell on most social medias. I'm trying to love myself more, and so come listen to me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Woo.
Self-love is important.
Yeah, self-love is important.
Yeah.
I'm TINTENSEHAR on YouTube, Twitch, and itch.io, where I just published Let's Kill Vampire Lord Rasputin and Get Back Home in Time for Christmas,
It's so
which
good.
is a 2-page, completely unbalanced RPG where you and your friends attempt to assassinate Rasputin, who is also a vampire, and also Christmas is coming up. That's
It's
it.
a beautiful.
That's the whole game.
It's a beautiful
Nice.
little 2-page. I have been looking for every opportunity to play it. It's so great.
Yeah.
I call playing bar talk.
That's great character.
That's a good reference.
And then I kicker, sir.
I'd also like to
That was
plug
spot on.
Sky because he's lactose intolerant, and I feel bad.
Bro,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's
he
just
is
all put an F for Sky in the comments
Thanks
of this
for
episode.
calling me out like that.
He didn't read the contract, so he also gets paid in
You
milk.
person of a bitch.
You've made that joke before.
You like this podcast? If so, maybe write a review. Write a review.
You could read one too.
Yeah.
Read a review, watch a podcast. You know how it goes.
Yeah, read one
Watch
for
a
inspiration.
Watch a podcast. Stop it now. Write a review.
Yes, that's too
on
silly. I'm
Apple
sorry.
Podcasts, or send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We do look at those, and we love it when we get feedback. Or you can send us an email, rpjusters@gmail.com.
Now let's get back into the milk.
Stop it.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I just
No,
wanted
Pressing the
so-
button.
Bye.
There we go.